And welcome back to Bookmaker. I'm Pat Williams. Brian Blessing, Monte Skates in the house. We're talking Sunday NFL football. Let me remind you, you can check the current lines anytime, any place on your smartphone or other mobile device at bookmaker.eu, where it's always free to open an account. Guys, great three-pack here from Bookmaker. Let's jump right in. The Eagles hosting the Lions. And right now we've got the Eagles 448. Brian, this line opens 6.5. A sharp movement towards the Lions coming off a bye week.
All right, this is going to be interesting, I believe. We sincerely hope. That's what we try to do. We're going to have bucking trends here. I'm on board with the move. Detroit's coming off a bye. I think Mike LaSure gets firmly entrenched now, gets a good week and a half worth of reps with the first team unit. But the big deal here, Monte, is teams that play Pittsburgh the following week. It's one of the most unbelievable deals you'll ever see. Their numbers against the spread are horrific. They lose many times outright. The Eagles played Pittsburgh last week. This is a play against Philadelphia. Detroit, by the way, is desperate. They need a win. Coming off the, I think a lot of things point to Detroit because it's a fade on the Eagles. But you got numbers that say, oh, don't get so salty on Detroit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking at this team here. They're 1-3 straight up, obviously. 0-4 ATS. Everybody's talking about, hey, Detroit's the team. They're on the come. They're going to do it this year. Last 16 games, they're 3-12-1 ATS. They're 1-11 ATS versus NFC opponents in their last 12. I mean, they just struggle to cover, period, and particularly against NFC opponents.
Let's see. Something's got to break there.
Something's got to give.
Trends got to break.
You know we do agree on, right? The pace of play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
This is a track meet.
This one's going to go over.
All right, let's go to San Francisco. The Niners hosting the Giants, and we've got the Niners 6.5, 7, bouncing around, guys. 45.5 is the total. Let's call it what it is, a huge revenge game. Yeah. People say there's no revenge in the NFL. I think Harbaugh's more like a college coach than he is an NFL coach. He's going to use that to motivate his team this week.
Yeah, this one is definitely a huge revenge spot. The thing we're looking at, Brian and I both actually are looking at the under in this game. Giants been a dead under team. Last 12, 9-3 to the under. We all know San Francisco, outstanding defense. We think this one's going to be a slugfest.
And throw in a grass field, slows them down a little bit. I know the Giants' secondary can be a little dicey at times, but Smith hurt his finger against the Bills, and how good he's going to be in terms of being able to stretch the field, throw it deep. It does bear watching. Look out for Kaepernick. Each week they get him in there a little bit more. But I think you're going to see, on the Niners side, you're going to see a lot of Frank Gore. And I think it's a game between the 20s, a lot of field goals.
And let's call it what it is. Jim Harbaugh at home, 10-1-1 against the spread. His only ATS loss against these New York Giants in the playoffs last season.
Yeah, something's got to give, as you said, because Coughlin and the Giants
great on the
are road warriors.
Yep.
Right. Last but not least, let's go to Houston, where the Texans are hosting the Packers. Sunday Night Football action. Houston 3.5, 48's the total, guys. No Jennings for Aaron Rodgers to throw to. And at 2-3, I can't get my head around this Green Bay Packers team, and Aaron Rodgers looks to be running for his life on every other play.
Yeah, that's the big concern. Plus, Monty's going to talk about the new running game, which has been invisible. The one thing I would just throw out at the very outset of this, Cushing got hurt, and he is one of the few defensive players who should be worth a point in relation to the power ratings of the wagering line. I would also say this. If you like the Packers, bet them now.
Yeah.
Because the hook is going to disappear. This game will close 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it with the hook, no question about it. We talk about the Packers and their struggles offensively. This team has no balance. They're too reliant on the quarterback to win games. And without his number one receiver in the lineup, he's struggling to do what he did last season. He's 700 yards less passing this year than he was at this point last year. And you look at the run game, Benson is now on IR. They're going to be starting a second-year running back who was coming off an ACL injury last year. They've got Starks back in there. He's coming off turf toe. The run game is going to be in question again against an outstanding defense, even without Cushing. It's going to be tough.
And, Pat, it's the all-time angle. We sit here and talk about trends and angle. This one's been an all-timer, and that's usually fade the Monday night winner the following week. Yep. So more money, again, is going to come in on the Packers.
Matt Schaub likes when people fade him on Monday night. Oh, by the way, Schaub 12-3 in his last 15 starts. Guys, he ain't flashy. He just wins football games.
Yeah.
And look, here's the key. He's the least sacked quarterback in the NFL. and he doesn't throw it to the other team.
You want an underrated guy? I mean, yeah, you got Foster's a beast. Tate's an unbelievable backup, and you got the monster John. Daniels is one of the most underrated players in the league. He's an awesome target in the red zone.
All right, good luck on your selections this weekend in the National Football League, and we'll see you right back here next week at Bookmaker.